He's like a younger brother in this sense because I want to see him grow. He's like a friend in a sense that we just spend time together.
Yeah. I think over the last 1.5 years, we have gone kite flying at Marina Barrage.
Yes.
We did a photo walk at Katong Juchet, which was I think one of our favourites.
Yes.
Yeah. Then
we went to Labrador Park twice. We did Christmas cards at his home. Why it's so difficult for Keith to make friends on his own is because that he's unable to initiate, but he has to be reached out to. Therefore, it is us that needs to reach out to them. And we need to do it repeatedly, right? We had to try repeatedly in order to gain their trust, in order to break through to them and to form that friendship with them.
Keith is 18 this year. He was with Rainbow Centre for quite a while, graduated just last year. So this year he started with SG Enable, School to Work program. Keith is trained for housekeeping. When it was time to make a choice, we are tossing up between either vocational institute or pushing him out to do actual working. All this training he took back home and he started doing all the housework at home. Quite a bit of housework, we leave it to him. He's quite a good problem solver. He's very good with finding things and then finding ways around to do things. And I didn't even have to tell him where the thing is. He really loves ice Milo, so I have to hide a lot of the ice Milo so that he doesn't overdose himself. No matter where I hide, I don't know how he manages to do it, but he always can find. When he went to my neighbor's house, the first thing he go into their storeroom and take out their Milo. Luckily, the Tete they know his condition, so they are also very tolerant of him. He likes to do with the familiar. When you want to break his habit, it requires a lot of reinforcement. You keep having to keep doing it over and over again. For him, it's a bit difficult to make friends. He doesn't really talk a lot. Sometimes you have to help him fill in the narrative. Like, are you feeling happy? His main weakness is he doesn't know how to communicate properly. So even if he wants to, go up and approach somebody, he finds difficulty in opening up and saying so. When the school proposed it to us, we thought, why not? It's a good thing, and get to know more people for him, and then also take a bit of time off us, at least somebody else to take him out, and then he can enjoy time with other people.
What's really special about the Good Life Befriending program is that you're working very intentionally with one individual over a period of time, and you're very intentionally trying to grow with the person, not just in terms of your relationship, but also explore your buddy's potential. You're sowing for the long term. It's not a one-off thing. You're doing it to build a friendship that you hope will last.
When we go into someone's home and meet the family, it's a totally new dimension to this person that we're getting to know. We know about his history, things like the fun facts about Keith.
His relationship with his family, his upbringing, his lovely sister. So I think all these things help us to just see how loved and how precious a child he is.
We are always grateful that there are people who are interested in him, who wants to be involved with him. Certainly, we see him coming back happier and every time we inform him that Tete's going to come maybe next week or something like that, he always look forward to it. And then on the day itself, you can see him happily preparing and then wanting to go out. It's good for him. And then of course we get to know them and then as friends, and then we have also common things to talk about. Ludi and Ee Ming are very chatty, so we also chat with them and then get to know them better, how their life is, how everything is going. We share our things, we talk about other things, and then talk about life in general before or after the outing.
The Good Life Befriending program was a different dimension of growth because I really got to understand what caregivers go through. When I step into their homes, then I see how, from maybe teaching Keith how to take how many pieces of toilet paper. These things are very intentional that you try to teach your kid. I really see a heart of a parent there. maybe my parents don't have to teach me that, but I see that, being a parent, you do have to teach someone from the very scratch, from the very basic. And I think because I could see this from maybe like a outsider's perspective, looking into another family, it helps me appreciate my own family more. It helps me appreciate what it would take to be a parent in future.
The avenues in Singapore might not be much. I mean, there is assistance, but most of the time the parents are left to fend for themselves. I think over the course of my work also, I try to include this kind of inclusion and stories in the work that I do. I
was in a pretty good JC, and it's kind of so strange to be in an environment where people are not facing any difficulties other than their academic stresses. It was like a bubble of privilege. It's really a bubble. You're not exposed to the difficulties of the real life. You don't know how other people are like growing up.
In certain countries, it's just the way they treat people especially is really on an equal footing. There are a lot of assistance for them in schools. They're part of the curriculum, although there might be different ways of engaging with them instead of our model, which is kind of you segregate them, right? So we are actually improving, but there's still a lot that needs to be done.
Actually, for now, our hope is that he's able to hold down the job, at least find something to do then take care of himself when he's older. I was kind of hoping there will be some place where they take care of his daily living, things that he, maybe handle the finances part for him, give him a stipend or something like that, where he can handle it, and then some place where somebody is there to look out for him in case anything, there's an emergency or illnesses or this thing, there are somebody to look out for him. But other times they can leave him alone. He's perfectly capable of maintaining his schedule, or someone to just be there in case his schedule major change, to realign his schedule for him so that he can go back on track. That will be good enough, I think.